So for those of you who are interested in enlarging the blanket using squares, there's this lovely additional square that we are going to learn today. So we're going to take color A to start this square. We'll make a magic ring. Chain 1 to close the ring, and we're going to make 8 single crochet into the ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Join to the first single crochet with the slip stitch and fasten off. That's round 1. We use color B for round 2. We're going to be working into the back loop only of our single crochets from round 1. So 2 back loop only double crochets into each stitch. So remember just this back loop here to insert the hook. So we need to yarn over first, insert the hook in the back loop only to pull up your loop, and then complete a double crochet. And we'll do another one in that same back loop. And we'll continue to work around doing 2 double crochet in the back loop only of each single crochet. Okay, when we've made our 16 back loop only double crochet, we'll join to the first one with a slip stitch and fasten off round 2. Round 3 uses color A. We'll be working into these front loop only from round 1, making treble crochets there. So yarn over twice, insert in the front loop, pull the yarn through and complete the treble, chain 3, and work front loop only treble crochet in the next front loop from round 1, chain 3, and we'll continue our way around. Okay, so once we've worked our 8 treble crochets with the chain 3 spaces in between, we'll go ahead and join to that first treble and fasten off. For round 4, we will be using color B again, and we will be pulling those double crochets from round 2 to the front of the work. The chain 3 will stay behind the work. So there's 2 double crochet in one stitch. We're going to work in that second double crochet, making 3 double crochet there. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. We're skipping all of the front loop. Only treble crochet. Chain 1. We will skip the next double crochet and make 3 more double crochet into that second one. Chain 1, and you can work your way around. So once we've worked our way around, we can join to that first double crochet with a slip stitch and fasten off. First 4 rounds complete. This should feel very familiar to you from the start of part 1 of the Myriad cowl. Round 5, we will start with color A. We're going to be working in the front loop trebles that we did from round 3. And we'll make a front post double crochet around any of those front loop trebles to start the round. Chain 4, keeping them fairly loose, skipping the double crochet, and front post treble around the next, front post double around the next treble, and chain 4. You can work your way around. And when we've worked all the way around, we can join with the slip stitch to that first front post double crochet and fasten off. Now, if you haven't marked this stitches in round 4, we're going to go ahead and do that now. So in these group of 3 double crochets, we're just going to put a stitch marker in the second one of each group. Then we're just going to pull those marked stitches through. So those chains that we made on round 5 are at the back. Like that, so we can start round 6. For round 6, we're going to be using color C, and we're going to be working into these marked stitches. But we're going to work from the back side. So turn it over, keeping these chain loops in front. We will do those 5 double crochet tip clusters. So yarn over to start a double crochet, insert into the marked stitch, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. And we'll do that 4 more times. So yarn over, insert, 3, 4, and 5. Then we yarn over, pull through 5 loops, yarn over, and pull through the final 2 loops for that tip cluster. Chain 5, and we'll work another tip cluster into the next marked stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, pull through 5, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 5, and continue to work that around the circle. Once you have finished all 8 of the tip cluster stitches with the chain 5 in between, we will join to the top of that first tip cluster and fasten off. For round 7, let's take color B. We are going to start in the double crochet just after a tip cluster, the double crochet that's from round 4. With these stitches, we want to make sure we're working in front of both the chain 5 and that chain 4 space. So yarn over, insert into chain 4, pull the yarn through, and finish that double crochet. We'll make 2 double crochet in that same space. Then we'll work back onto this front post double crochet from round 5 and yarn over. We'll make 2 half double crochets in there. yarn over to do 2 double crochet back in round 4 in that skipped stitch. Then the front post single around the tip cluster. Like that. You continue that pattern all the way around, making 2 double crochet in the skip stitch of round 4, 2 half in that front post treble, and 2 double crochet in that skipped double crochet, remembering to always work in front of those chain spaces. And then the front post single around the tip cluster. We can continue with that pattern. Now when you've worked your way around, you should have a total of 32 double crochet, remembering 2 in each of those double crochets from round 4, a total of 16 half double crochets, 2 in each front post double crochet, and the 8 front post singles for a total of 56 stitches. Join to that first double crochet with a slip stitch and fasten off. Round 8, we'll take color D, and we are going to start in any of these front post singles that was made around the tip cluster stitch. So we're going to half double crochet in this front post single, and then half double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we should be at that front post single again. So we'll make 6 half double crochets, two in the next stitch. We'll continue that all the way around. If you have your 64 half double crochet all around the circle, you can join with a slip stitch to that first half double crochet. I'm going to try that once more. There we go. And fasten off. So for round 9, we will start with color A again. We're going to be making those front post double treble 2 together around these front post double crochet from round 5. So to start, we wrap the hook 3 times with the yarn, insert hook behind that front post double crochet, pull the loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over 3 times again, and to the next front post double crochet, insert hook behind, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, 2, and 2. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Then we want to do a back loop only slip stitch in the half double crochet made in the double crochet after the front post single of round 7. So here is our tip cluster, the front post single crochet, and the half double crochet. So in the half double crochet just after that front post single, we'll make a back loop only. So we'll insert the hook in the back loop only, pull the yarn through and through our hook, chain 6 loosely, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, And then we'll make another front post double treble, so wrap the hook 3 times. We'll go around that same front post double that we finished the last one on. Pull through 2, 2, and 2, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over 3 times, find the next front post double crochet, and pull the yarn through. Pull through 2, 3 times, leaving 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and there's my front post single. In the next half double crochet we will do that back loop only slip stitch. We'll continue to work those all the way around. So I'm just working my final front post double treble 2 together. I've done the first leg around that front post double crochet, and now to complete it I will work around the one that we began with, that front post double crochet that already has a front post double treble in it. Pull through my final loops, back loop only, slip stitch, chain 6, and join to the first front post double treble 2 together. I'm going to catch one of those back loops so it doesn't stretch so much, and fasten off. Round 10 we will use color D. We will mostly be working into the color D stitches from round 8. So we want to find that same stitch that we made the back loop only slip stitch. We will start with a front loop only double crochet. So yarn over. When we find that stitch, that front loop is available right there. We want to keep the chains behind our work. Pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then front post double crochet around the tip of that front post double treble 2 together. Then a front loop only double crochet in that same stitch that has the back loop only slip stitch. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches, keeping those chains loose and behind the work. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then front post double crochet around the tip of the 2 together. Continue to work that all the way around. I'm finishing up my final set here. Chain 1, skip a space or skip a stitch, and 3 more double crochet. My last front post double crochet. So we should have 8 chain 1 spaces and 8 front post double crochet, and then on either side of the chain 1 spaces should be 3 double crochets, with that first one being a front loop only. Then we can go ahead and join to our first double crochet, and fasten off. Round 11, we will be working on the back side of our work. So we'll flip it over to the back, starting at any of the skipped stitches on round 8. We want to work into the skip stitch, keeping that chain 1 free and behind our work. So we're going to make those 5 double crochet tip clusters again. So we insert into that skip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, draw through 5 loops, yarn over, and draw through the remaining 2 for our first tip cluster. And then we'll make a slip stitch into that chain space just behind our work. Chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll work over to that next skip space. So again, in front of the chain, inserting into that skip stitch to make our 5 double crochet tip cluster. 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, draw through 5 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Slip stitch into that chain space. Slip stitch into that chain space. Chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then working into that next skipped stitch. So we'll complete those tip clusters all the way around. Okay, when we've worked our way around, we should have those 8 5 double crochet tip clusters with the chain 7 spaces in between. And just be careful to check that you have secured each of them with that slip stitch in the chain space behind. Then we can go ahead and join to that first tip cluster and fasten off. Round 12, we will take color E. We're mostly going to be working into the stitches of round 10 between these tip clusters that we did in round 11. So we'll find the first double crochet of round 10 after the tip cluster. It may be a little bit hidden. You may need to slide that tip cluster out of the way to find it. We're going to make a half double crochet in that stitch and be careful to work in front of the chain loops. Keep them free on the back. We will half double crochet in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we will work in that chain 1 space where we made the slip stitch. So in front of the slip stitch, careful not to grab that chain 7 at the back. We will make another half double crochet, then a front post half double crochet around this tip cluster. So insert your hook behind the cluster, pulling the loop through, and then pull through all 3 loops. And then we will work into that chain 1 space again. I have to move my cluster a bit out of the way. Do 1 more half double crochet there. So we have a half double crochet in the chain space, front post half around the tip cluster, and another half double crochet in the same chain 1 space. Then we can find that first double crochet afterwards and make another half double crochet, and then in the next 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, again, keeping that chain 7 loose at the back, work into that chain 1 space to make a half double crochet, front post half double crochet around the tip cluster, and then a half double crochet in that chain 1 space as well. And then you can start working your group of 7 half double crochet after that. I'm at the end of my round. I'm going to work my last few half double crochet. So the one in the space before the tip cluster, front post around the tip cluster, and the last half double crochet in that same chain 1 space. So we should have, if we have 7 half double crochets between the clusters plus the 2 on either side of the cluster, there should be a total of 72 half double crochet plus the 8 front post half double crochet for a total of 80 stitches. You go ahead and join to the first one if your count is correct, and fasten off. Round 13 is using color A again. We're going to make another set of tips around these tip clusters. So we want to start in any of these tips or peaks from round 9. We're doing a front post single, so insert your hook behind that tip, bring the yarn through, and complete the single crochet. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to skip all other stitches and just work into this front post half double crochet that we did around the tip cluster. Insert in that stitch to do a single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. And then another chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back around the next tip, another front post single crochet around that tip, chain 5, find that front post half double crochet around the tip cluster, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. So we'll continue to work these tips around our tip cluster stitches. See you at the end of the round. Okay, I'm ready to complete my last tip here. So what we will do is join with a slip stitch to that first front post single crochet around that first stitch. If I can find, there's my loops. So slip stitch and fasten off. You should have completed all 8 of those tips with a single crochet, chain 2 to form the tip on each peak. Round 14, we will be turning our motif into a square. Let's use color E. We can start at any of these tips that we made last round. And we're going to work around the single crochets, making a back post treble. So yarn over twice, insert hook from the back around both single crochet, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So that's our back post treble. Chain 2. We'll do another back post treble around the same stitch. So 2 yarn overs again, insert from back to front, pull that yarn through, and yarn over to chain, to pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So 2 back post treble with a chain 2 in between, and that's creating our first corner for our square. So we won't be working into that stitch, we're going to work into the next stitch, treble crochet, so yarn over twice again, and 1 more treble crochet. Then we'll work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 half double crochet, and single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So that should bring us right to the next tip. We will back post single crochet around this. So insert from the back around both single crochets and make our back post single crochet there. So we don't work into that stitch where we did the back post. We will single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then half double crochet in the next 2. Double crochet in the next 2. And treble in the next 2. Bringing us to the next tip. So you can see how we've got a corner started here. We've straightened out the edge. So we'll do those 2 back post treble crochet around this tip. Chain 2, and another back post treble around the same tip. Treble in the next 2. And so on. So we'll continue that pattern to make all 4 sides of our square. Okay, I've completed all 4 corners and sides and turned our motif into a square. In the pattern you will see the list of how many of each stitch, so just a reminder that on each side there's 2 back post treble, 4 treble crochet, 4 doubles, 4 half doubles, 6 single crochet, and then the 1 back post single crochet along there. So if you've got that correct, we can join to that first treble crochet. Do not fasten off, and we will continue with color E next round. If you want to, you can pull those tips through to the front if they are hidden by our stitches. Round 15, we're continuing with color E. So right where we left off last round, we will chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. Then into this corner, chain 2 space, we will work 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 more double crochet, 1 and 2. We want to work a double crochet in the next 2 stitches, including this first stitch, so it may be a bit hidden, so slide your stitches in the corner out of the way a bit to make a double crochet in that first stitch and the next stitch. Half double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then single crochet in the next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, half double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet in the next 2, 1, 2, which should bring us to the next corner space. So remember, that's 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochet, all in that corner space, and then double crochet in the next stitch, which is a bit hidden, 1, 2, half double crochet in the next 3, 2, 3, and then we're ready for the 11 single crochet, and you can complete your sides. I'm ready to complete my final side. I've just finished my 3 half double crochet. I'll make 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then remember our starting chain 3 counts as a double crochet, so that is the second one before our corner. So between our corner stitches we should have, I believe, a total of 25 stitches. So if your counts are correct, we can go ahead and join to the top chain of that chain 3 and fasten off. Round 16, we will start with color A. We're going to work in any of the chain 2 corner space to start. We will do 2 half double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet in that corner space. We will skip this first stitch and work into the next stitch, and in all of the stitches across that row for 24. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 1, oh dear, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we should be at the corner space again, where we will work those 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet. So we will complete our other sides. Be careful to skip that first and working into the next one. I've made my way around the square. We should have 28 half double crochet on each side with the chain 2 corner space. So you can go ahead and join to the first one and fasten off. I'm going to use the invisible join since our next round is back post stitches. So I will finish my join and see you back here for the round 17. Round 17 uses color D. We will start again in one of the chain 2 corner spaces with 2 half double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet, 1, 2. Oops. Then we're going to do back post double crochets around each of the next 28 stitches to the next corner. So yarn over insert hook from the back to the front and around to the back around that first stitch, pull through and complete the double crochet. So we'll work these all the way across the row for 28, and then when you get to the corner, make the 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet again. You can go and complete that all the way around the square. I'm just finishing up my last 2 back post double crochet. So we should have 28 back post double crochet on each side with 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet in each corner. You can go ahead and join to the first half double crochet. Do not fasten off as we're going to use color D next round. So round 18, we continue with color D. We're going to chain 3 right where we are and double crochet in the last stitch before the corner, and then we will work 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in that same corner, and then we will work double crochet along each stitch of the side, being careful to work into that first stitch as well. So that hidden stitch we will work. And we'll just continue to work our double crochets all along the side, plus the corner with the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So I'm just finishing up my last side here. I have worked my double crochet all along. And then once we've gotten to our first chain 3, we can join to the top chain and fasten off. So we should have a total of 36 double crochet on each side with these chain 2 in the corner. For round 19, we will take color A, and starting in any of the chain 2 corner spaces, we will single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in that same space. Then we will work into this first stitch again and single crochet in each of 36 stitches across to the next corner. So I'll let you work your way around the square. When you've worked your way around the square, you should have a total of 38 single crochet on each side with that chain 2 corner space. So we can go ahead and join to our first single crochet to fasten off and complete this round. For round 20, the final round of this additional square, we will be using color B. Again, starting in any chain 2 corner space, we will work 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in that same corner space. Working into the first stitch, the hidden stitch, we'll place another double crochet, and then in each along every side, we will work another double crochet. So you should have a total of 38 on each stitch, plus the ones in the corner, for a total of 42 double crochet each side with the chain 2 in each corner. And I'll see you back at the end. All right, once you have completed the 42 double crochet on each side with that chain 2 in the corner, we can go ahead and join to that first double crochet and fasten off. And that is the first of many additional squares that you can make. Please refer to the pattern for how many to make if you want to enlarge your Myriad blanket, and also for suggestions for some color changes for that. See you at the next part.